Echo TV is a co-production of Minnesota's Emergency, Community, and Health Outreach Collaborative of Health, Safety, Emergency Preparedness, Ethnic and Nonprofit Agencies, and TPT's Minnesota channel.
nhớ rồi trong này chỉ cứ tin như rằng rong sát tao giải mê cho nên số thu sai tao eco cứ muốn ra luôn ta kế cho các bạn cho sự tranh hay rồi kế nặng hậu hữu cú yêu mò thọ hay tôi cho kế sĩ thằng ra nó rằng bây giờ thằng mò nó là lúc sĩ nó do hạt chú ready for care là do kế băng rồi bây giờ mình tự mình nhổn để bông cỡ kindergarten rằng cứ nó nói rằng chưa sinh cứ eco băng khai rồi bây giờ là gì chú kế một cỡ nó gần đó thơ cái cứ do kindergarten do ý câu chuyện cứ tranh chế ham nông gai hàng rồi bây giờ mình nhỏ ha bây giờ cứ ổn áo chỉ cho nên đó ai có cho nên bằng ít lúc sẽ hở chữ sen cứ ít số mỏng lúc một tháng rồi rằng nó thật bây giờ là thì nó bây giờ thẳng rồi ở tu sư phụ cứ bao chú cái bằng giờ tụi mình nhỏ để bông cỡ khi được cái đền bây giờ là thì tất cả đó thọ mình cho cỡ lúc thì đi sang chỉ bây giờ duy cho sư phụ cỡ ha thẳng chỉ cho tại cái bằng giờ đấy chăng但是bên rồi ổn để bên rồi tu sư phụ thẳng nó bây giờ một sai ai có khá cho ta cái băng bây giờ mình tự mình hiểu là chẳng ta thọ số ra sai tao
thằng nu một bí cần đỡ giờ ít lúc xí hở và chỉnh chỉnh chập lờ đầu tụi mình nhỏ luôn nên đầu tụi nhiệt gì sa bao hay tiề lỡ tụi mình nhỏ một bí cỡ bí bí kindergarten có rong lý trả lỡ sa bao sẽ lỡ cho mình nhỏ có một cỡ dạ đã chỉ thia lỡ có ba lý trả lỡ tụi mình nhỏ theo liên ba chi giờ lý trả lo mình nhỏยังbí cần đỡ nhiệt gì bùa thầu lỡ yêu lo lỡ mua tê giả và nhiệt gì có chủ tàu bao giờ thiên mua tê giả nhiệt gì mua bình sự ba tàu cho mình nhóm ba có chi đó kỳ bi nhau hậu Minnesota thời xong một bi cần đỡ lỡ hùa kỳ bi kindergarten mua bé giả và có chủ mua theo lý một bi cần đỡ tàu khó ý tụi mình nhỏ có chủ mua chi xong vấn đề lúc chuột lì tỷ ý khó nhiệt gì có chủ mua cho đông đỡ cha chua lần đỡ cứ khó mò hay tiề tụi mình nhỏ cha chua bún bò cho đông đỡ nó huân đông đỡ cha chua khó bé tụi mình nhỏ có chủ tao một qua ý chế cho cái lo hùa early childhood screening qua ý chế cái lo có qua sẽ tụi mình nhỏ bỏ nó lù bỏ cái lo đỡ tụi mình nhỏ trong lý trả qua ý chế early childhood screening chế cần đỡ cú mua qua Head Start cú qua thia Child and Teen Checkup cú qua thia lại bí qua thầu tụi mình nhỏ mua bé xong đó sau nhiệt sĩ hú tàu lũ chế cần đỡ và nhỏ dễ nên nụ cho kế qua ý chế early childhood screening thia tỉnh chạy cho tụi mình nhỏ một qua ý chế vấn đề một bí cần đỡ và cả tàu mu cần đỡ nhiệt sĩ mua bình sự và tàu đầu giả ba tụi mình nhỏ ba có chi vấn đề có một bí cần đỡ tụi mình nhỏ từ nó cá nhỏ rong nửa cỡ tàu đỡ rong đùa giờ li theo li chỉnh chỉnh có cho mình nhỏ tàu bự giàu cho mình nhỏ có chủ mua rau mỏ no có giàu tàu cho nu xử lý mì hào chỉ mà chính đồng theo rau chỉ ta li sư có chủ cho tụi mình nhỏ mua chùa cứ kho mò có cho tụi chùa qua xe nửa bộ mua mò đã chỉ cho xong thầu lúa chùa li Minnesota cho sĩ hư kia baby kindergarten rong xia giải tỏ cho mình nhỏ tuổi bi cần đỡ cho tụi mình nhỏ có tàu cỡ để giả chỉnh chỉnh xử lý cái nhận đỡ cái ô lê cái cỏ đua hùng cầu thiên đồng đầu dạng gì từ sĩ hư ở mua đánh đỡ bỏ thơ khiến đỡ có mua tê khổng của xì tên đỡ nhận thiên đầu giả khổng đầu cho mình nhỏ của xì thia cỡ cọp ba cho mình nhỏ cái nhận đỡ cái hài lù cho mình nhỏ cú cỡ cho tê number tê xóa hài lù thia mua tê khủng phái chia nhà tàu nhà thia cỡ sĩ chua computer cháu mình nhỏ cu cỡ cho kế hai lù kế cho phong dư đo lử tù thia wa shi đo cho phong dư cỡ sĩ hậu thia lòng sư hư khía cho tu nhiệt sĩ xã cỡ lấy cháu mình nhỏ cỡ tông đau giả nhau hậu chế cận đỡ nhiệt sĩ mua bánh sử wa tông đau giả đo lấy cháu mình nhỏ nhau hậu chế cỡ cháu mình nhỏ cỡ vấn đề mù bi cỡ kindergarten cho sư hư xã cỡ cháu mình nhỏ bao lỡ cho xỉ thia cho đua shape vấn đề lấy dùng một pi cỡ kỳ pi nhiệt sĩ mua bánh sử ba lấy cho mình nhỏ và tàu tê giả li hải nọ đò tụi mình nhỏ thả cho thia khi tụi mình nhỏ hai tia giả nọ giờ xỉ đỡ xỉ lia thia giờ giả khổng rong li nọ vấn đề lấy một pi cần đỡ và tê giả kế và si xử lý hung cao bịa đa nâng là sĩ nhận đỡ đầu cho mình nhỏ khi cho mình nhỏ số tệ khổng sĩ thả hung cao nhận đỡ là sĩ bịa đa nâng đầu cho mình nhỏ cho chua nu và ba cho mình nhỏ cỡ tàu tệ lo lũ chia thiết và cỡ lỡ mua cái chân trên dĩ tàu lỡ cho cái cỡ lỡ giá tận tệ cho mình nhỏ và lỡ nhận đỡ là sĩ nó nên nhận đỡ đầu lỡ cho chua nu thở lỡ một pi cỡ kỳ pi lỡ cỡ tàu rong đùa một tay cho nhiệt sĩ nhận đỡ đầu lỡ cho mình nhỏ và ở họ lù nhận lù à ký thia lỡ họ lù nhau hậu kỳ pi kindergarten cho mình nhỏ yếu chủ cho một tay giả用gì thầu tụi mình nhỏ một bao xong cho nhiệt sĩ yếu chủ sầu cho kia cả mình nhỏ một tay giả đầu lỡ tụ khen xử lý khó cho đầu nửa ná đầu khâu chuẩn nia thiên chúa tệ nhiệt sĩ yếu chủ đầu sông bê đầu tụi mình nhỏ mua cần đỡ vấn đề tụi mình nhỏ mua trí xong nhiệt sĩ hu mù nụ đầu cho chế cần đỡ và nhau dễ là lưu chế sẽ yếu sông bê đầu tụi mình nhỏ mua pi cần đỡ kỳ pi kindergarten lý trả mua pi cỡ kỳ pi kindergarten giờ ý giả và cháu xe cỡ đầu chế nâng cho mình nhỏ hỏi chung nhưng sao mua cần đỡ nhiệt sĩ mua bánh sử ba tàu cho mình nhỏ có mua cỡ tông đỡ rong giờ bao giờ sẽ lưu chế cần đỡ xã có tụi mình nhỏ chơi lý trả thia mua giả đa chi vấn đề yếu một pi cỡ ba cho mình nhỏ có nọ cá nhỏ rong ba kia tê giả dùng gì đầu cho mình nhỏ vấn đề yếu một pi cần đỡ
ít trong nát gì cho lấy mấy tụi bố han nó nhau cho biết lại video nó ta nát gì thắt thao su sư phụ nhau trong đó biết cho mấy tụi mình nhỏ đó nó cho tao bây giờ ở tu sư phụ cứ bao rong cho ta biết khai biết cho mấy tụi mình nhỏ lấy chẳng để bông cái kindergarten tuần rồi biết thằng mà nói rằng doctor Jean Blanc xong nói tụi cứ sư phụ khám được cái sai nhau cho University of Minnesota doctor Jean Blanc cho tuần rồi biết thằng mà nói ha
chào của tôi
ha chỉ tăng lên đó tụi thì ở tuần rồi biết thằng nói rằng Jesse ô ít tu project manager ô họ lựa nhau cho ready for K bán rồi biết cho nát gì ô trong Jesse cái tuần ha thằng cái nó Jesse khi đừng cần giờ lắc của chị ha giờ vì để chẳng sao ý câu chuyện cứ tranh tranh thì rồi biết cho mình nhiều
khi đừng cần nó mà giờ ít khó và ít câu chuyện và nhon trung gian的 grade E thì preschool nè cho nên giờ lúc xưa cho mình một bí cần tới nhất cho họ public school xử lý tiền nhớ chỗ chạy bà thất thời xong đó một cái cần tới nhớ một cỡ cho cha cần tới và giờ cha cần tới thì tiền lại nè cho khi nên cái này giờ cái nhau chúng ta the preschool thì nhau grade E đó
chị đọc được rộng lòng chú trai cứ bé tính một chỗ ít tụi mình nhiều vấn đề một cái khi nào cái này hết lắm có gì
sau trái nên họ bên Minnesota nó bên một bé già và cho nên cho gì ở tầm ba on đây là cho mình tụi mình nhỏ tuổi cần đợi được kindergarten ý sau sẽ là cho mình nhỏ bộ tầm một nó nhau trí xong còn mà nhau Minnesota nó mà tụi mình nhỏ chúng mà trí xong trao lúc cho lên tụi mình thấy ý nó chỉ để thấy là tôi cởi tàu khóตัวnó chỉ tụi mình nhỏ nó cho đón tới và là hồi chat chua nó immunization record nó hồi nó chat vào tàu sau trái nó chỉ thì cho nên cho chỉ tầm ba ga đến tới nó tua thầu cho tụi mình nhỏ tôi chuẩn bị khó bé nó chỉ tụi mình nhỏ nó bắt đầu cho một cuộc khám hoa qua bọn trẻ tê sửa sẽ tụi mình nhỏ cái lo trong này trả nó chỉ là hồi early childhood screening nó chỉ khó nói cho khó chỉ chân và cho nên cho chỉ ba có xì có xóa thọ lại cho tụi mình tôi tao chơi cần tới tôi chọn bề chơi lại tụi mình bé già nó lại nó chỉ thế là chỉ mua cái chỗ chùa lại cái tới mình cho lại nó
Jesse 要来到那他透过做就那自己做到我帮不就没有么个，看那个那要啷个知？
thôi có trò chấp là mà nhà chị tao trong trong tiệm miệng yêu bông thả là một trò tao chỉ trong miệng một khi cái này nhà chị tao nhận tao ya tao hung câu ya tao biết anh nên ya tao và cho ya khi cho cái và 18 tuổi nhớ đầu lúc vào chơi thế khó tao một này cái nhà chị chủ 3 tuổi cả tụi miệng đó nó cá hồ còn nó cá hồ nó ya 3 tụi miệng đó còn một cái tao rong cha chỉ ta lên nó ya 3 chấp miệng cho muốn chỉ tham mộ là cứ khó mót thế nóก็ตัวมีน่ะเนี่ยมั่วได้จีละก็เท่าที่มั่วขอเคลียร์ตัวแต่ตัวมีน่ะยังต้องกันเก็บป้าลิจาต้องมันเดอเกี่ยวกับเนี่ยจะจ่อ early child screening ของดร.จำลองหันเดอจะอีกข้ออีกกฎตัวเนี่ยเสียตัวจมูกว่าก็เดียขอต้มจีyaขอเดียจะเลยจันต้องเดอกุมมาจะจุสากว่าจนจัวกับเรื่องของ record ว่าเราจะ up to date นะจากขณะที่เขาจะแจ้งให้มีตัวมีอยากจูป้านี่จะมีตัวมีก็จะมีนั่นเนี่ยฮะปืนเจ้าเทียนหรือยันเนี่ยปืนเจ้าเนี่ยจะเนี่ยรุ่นลึกจงดอนเนี่ยก็ตัวจงดอนต้องมันเดออยากตัวป้ามีเกี่ยนเกี่ยหัวเทียเกี่ยนเกี่ยหัวตัวมีก็มีตัวนั้นตัวหัวจงขณะที่เขาป้ามีสักเกิดแบบแต่อยากตรงไหนที่เขาจะแจ้ง
要来到那样个正经常不个有帮助，比较没有问题，不么个看那个人要来讲。
เท่าเล่นตอนเจสซี่ไฮน์ตามาไปเจ้าเนี่ยจีไปตอนลำบากชัวร์เทียไปตัวมีโยนตอนเนี่ยปุตตะเป้าเนี่ยลุ่มเบลุ่เนี่ยเลยลุ่มเบลุ่มแสงลุ่มมองลุ่มเมกาที่เชียร์อย่างหุ่นจงนะเวียที่เท่าตัวมีโยนหมดต่อเจ๊กันได้จะละให้ลุ่มเมกาซึ่งเราจะให้ลุ่มมองหลังตัวมีโยนปุตเป้าชายย่อปุตเป้าเนี่ยเป้าจีลุ่มเบตัวมีโยนอะไรเนี่ยปุตตะเป้าชัวอีหมดจะเก่าลุ่มมองลุ่มเมกาปุตตะเป้าจะสีแต่เนี่ยเลยจะเข้าเลยนะจิตาเล่นได้เนี่ยเล่นเมกาให้แต่ shapes นะเป็นมองไปจุดมันโหลดแต่ชิมเมกาแต่จะ shapes นะอะไรไปตัวมีโยนปุตตะเป้าจะจันได้ปุตตะเป้าจะขอล่อขอเมย์ยาแต่ในปล่อยยาล่อในปุตตะเป้าให้แต่ขอในขอล่อในปล่อยยาเมย์ในปุตตะเป้าให้แต่ขอนอขอเมย์อาจารย์น้อยยาอีกขอแจ้งว่าไปจะมีโยนยาตะเป้าอันใดหลังการมันต่อใจกันได้วิธีแล้วมันจะต่อเลยเจอาจารย์น้อยจะซีฟื้นยกเขียนอะไรเนี่ยต่อใจกันได้นะ
不但必须谈个还做 structure，个他们只做好 structure 是要来讲。
structure 那么要一个真正被保给出发开到还得，叫你叫只ว่า然后ว่าเขาเจน包还得，那开ว่าตอนรู้ว่ารู้เจ็บก็จะมี包还得รู้เชื่อหน่อยเชื่อหน่อมอรู้เชื่อหน่อยเชื่อปืนรู้เชื่อหน่อยเชื่อใช้ทีวีรู้เชื่อหน่อยเชื่อมือตื่นได้เลยเชื่อมือชีน่าจะเท่าตัวมีอยู่เต้ารอเจก็เคลียร์จะล่อว่าจะตัวมีไม่ตึ๊บปอเลยจะถอดตัวมีจอนนะอ๋อช่างไปช่างวันเนี่ยเป้าลูก็ปอดต่อตัวมีเยอะแค่เตานะจะถอดน้อยจะตัวมีตัวเป้าให้แต่รู้สึกหันนะยาลิจานะจะขอนอนเนี่ยป้าต่อจะไม่ยัวเวียแต่ถอดจะไม่ยัวนะมุดต่อใจกันได้จะต่อใจกันได้แล้วมั่ว structure อีกอย่างจะแล้วมุดสต่อจะจะรู้สึกหันนะแล้วว่าอย่างนะจะรู้สึกหันนะแล้วว่าอย่างต่อเลยนะจะเนื้อขอเป้าต่อว่าต่อใจมุดต่อใจกันได้นั่นจีเป้าล่อน่าจะไม่ยอมเนี่ยมุดต่อเช็คกันได้เนี่ยอีกอย่างอีกอย่างตรงนี้ว่าจะเกี่ยกันได้เลยอยากเกี่ยกันโลเลยอยากแต่เกี่ยกันจะเกี่ยใจเชี่ยต่อนั่นนะ
เจสซี่อะไรนั่นเนี่ยผมหมดแล้วก็ชี้คือปังจีเราจะไม่ยอมฮะเราจะโจจะนัดจีปังเราจะไม่ยอมฮะ
เขาควรจีโตเขาจับลงให้ได้มาเขาเดียมียอมนั่นเนี่ยต่อเป้าเฉาว่าตัวนึงตัวเข่งเนี่ยต่อเป้าแต่กูยังน่าจะชอบกูยังส่วนเนี่ยกูยังต่อเขากูยังบ้าตัวกูตัวเข่งเลยจ้ะแต่น้อยยังเขาจังแจ้งให้เราตัวมีเนี่ยต่อบ้าเขาเอาตัวมีเขาแต่เนี่ยต่อเป้าแต่เลยกูว่าสีนั่นเลยจ้ะนั่นเนี่ยกูยังเป้าแต่กูยังเชื่อกูยังคงเลยจ้ะตัวเลยแล้วยังกูว่ากับกูหัวซึ่งนั่นเลยกูเลยจ้ะจิตตาเนี่ยนั่นที่จะหัวซึ่งนั่นมีซึ่งแต่ชิมาเนี่ยจุดเป้าแต่เลยอย่าไม่ตัวแค่กันว่าอยากนอนในหนึ่งอย่าปีดิจ้ะเนี่ยจุดเป้าแต่ว่าอยากนอนอยากต่อเนี่ยก็สิฟื้นก็มูมื่ออยากนอนจะมุ่งเจียต่อมึงกายอยากเชื่อหรอกก็อยากอุลิจ่าแต่อยากช่วงนั้นยังเขาจริงจังตัวจะมีอยู่นอเทียนะอย่างที่ไหนเขาก็ตัวมีอยู่ในจุดเป้าจากนั้นเขาคุยกันจีนะอยากเขาแต่มีอยู่นั่นเนี่ยตัวว่าตัวอยากกันเนื้อมั่วรอนะอย่างนี้แต่เนื้อมั่วเขาแต่กูอยากเจียนต้องเดินเรากูเป้าเจียกูงายขนาดกูป้องกันเนื้อมั่วรู้ดารู้รอเราหมดเชื่อเนื้อจะกี่เกิด
ที่ดร.จอมพลอย่างนี้แต่นั้นผมหมดตัวอย่างเลยให้จะจัดแจงพวกเขาเนี่ยโจทย์ขึ้นกันอย่างนี้ลังกว่าจี
thọ bé cho mình nhỏ một số tổ chức cần tao khi được gan là chè cho nên khu bí kia cho mình tụi mình nhỏ chỉnh chỉnh chấp lại giờ lên giờ xin khó hai ta nó tụi mình nhỏ này tôi số tổ chức cần tao này tôi bao tao chọn tao giả ấy li bao là sẽ sửa này tụi khen lại đi cho lại khâu tê cho này chọn tao là chè mỗi chọn tao mù ta mỗi chọn tao khởi rong cho nó mà này khuแต่เตี้ยมันในคุณต้องจิตต้องการหลอกเขียหรอจะถอนนอนจะในคุณที่เราหลอกเขียแต่โอเลนในช่องเบช่องลิจาในเราช่องจะเหนียนต่อยอันนี้เราช่องจะนั่นเลยเราหายจะรูเป้โฮลีนั่นเลยอเมริกาจะวาวสนั่นนะอย่างจะเป็นห้องมาตรงนี้จะจีน่ะจะหลอกเขียจะตัวลงโอเนี่ยจะหายลูกชัวลิจาตัวชดโอลูกชัวลิจาเนี่ยจะถอนนอนในคุณที่หลอกเขียเราจะต่อยนอนจะหลอกเขียเล่ชัวก็จะแต่เตรียมมาเท่าตาห้องคิดกันมาตัวมีจุดชัวอีจันนังเก่าเนอะเขาน้อยเขาสุดสาก็เต่าในจะยีตัวเขาเลยยีเขาเลยนั่นจุดเป้าก็ตาในจะ shapes เนี่ยเลยจะแต่รู้แต่เจจะ circle จะ triangle แต่นั่นหรอก่อนในเป้าก็ตามาเป้มาวิเป้ยามองเจแต่เตรียมมาลงเมกามาแล้วแต่กับเป้าก็ตาเป้มองเราเป้โอกับเป้าก็ตาเท่าวิให้เตรียเป้ปอเต่าให้เตรียจะมีเนื้อเป้าหลุมมองจะต้องเกิดอเมริกาแล้วเกิดต้องจังชาอย่างเราจีบเป้าลงมงจะต้องเกิดอเมริกาแล้วจีบเป้าเราลงอเมริกาจะเราจีบเป้าให้เราลงมงตรงในจานจะเราจะเกิดจังชาแท้เราจะเกิดแนวจีในย้อนต่อว่าต่อเจนะไอ้ก่อนในสุดท้ายต่อหายต่อสุดท้ายก็เราจีซ้อใช้เคลียร์เตียนะจะถอดแล้วเป้าลงมงตรงจะถอดตัวต่อเจกันได้จะมีเกิดตอนดาวยาจะซีฟื้เกี่ยชงได้เกี่ยไฮโลเกี่ยวอลเล่เกี่ยโมเคลียร์ย้อนเลย science คอมพิวเตอร์จะในที่จะเจ๋งกันก่อนnhớ tàu vào tàu chế bây giờ ôn nhiều gì bây giờ tàu chơi bây giờ mình một đôi dạng nói thầu một số tàu lại chế bây giờ mình nhớ thấy chúng một cái nhiều share cho nó.
Như là Jesse, đặc biệt rộng lòng là cỡ xì, cỡ shape, cỡ size, nói bây giờ khá bây giờ mình tụi mình nhớ lại chẳng hỗ trợ.
Yeah, có color shape, cái size mà giờ ý cho và trực chân hình có cụ thể trực chân mà vì thì nhau vào hỗ trợ nó chấm nhỏ nó nữa, như mua cho chỉ cho và mua chở xì nó bây giờ, cái chụp bao khi chấm nhỏ thì mua cho chỉ cho chở xì nó cho lấy trả, giờ không nếu mua xì lia xì đâu xì đa xì đu nó trong lấy trả, đó có khi tụi mình có mua giả xì từ có khi có trực chân có nếu bao giả xì từ, còn này có trực chân hình tụi mình có thì shape nó mà ít có thì những cái thì lu cooking vào là lu sát sinh cổ vào là lu đã chỉ tên giả nó có shape nó cho trực chân hình chỉ cho nó cho thì có còn nếu mua lu square nó chỉ lu square nó tuy là nếu chúng mua tí lu square sẽ nếu chỉ mua lửa lu chỉ miếng cho chụp bao có chân của nó có size nó mà như thì có một cái miếng mua lu khó lò lu khó mè có thể mua lu khó mè này thì bao thì lu khó mè lu từ lu khó lò lu từ có size nó như có trực chân hình thế mà bây giờ này bây giờ và pin đầm miệng cho cái cỡ và trực chân cho chấm miệng nó chụp lại.
Chúng là cái cỡ xí tên là xứ chuẩn chỉ cho có cỡ tràn tới nản tới bỏ lại có hà lưu nó có khá bây giờ mình nhớ lại chăng đọc từ rộng lòng.
Bây bỏ tàu hay thì cái cho phơi luôn hay thì cho tuần này và nếu xí lại có chín thì lọc hè cho mình nhớ tàu lấy nông nè thảo tụi mình nhớ nó một chiếc xong tụi mình nhớ tàu lên để bây phá tàu tới cha cho mình nhớ tuần này nếu xí xí làตื่นtới cho mình nhớ nè chỉ bây bao hay thì bây mong là mà bây ít chữ hải đan hàng đó bây tụi mình nhớ còn nói vậy còn chỉnh chỉnh chỉ là nó xí lúc xí là hải đan hàng đó bây cho mình nhớ xí là còn nói tới qua tàu bây cho mình nhớ cởi tàu lùแล้วจะเจอให้ลงมองลงไม่กล้ารอเลปตากูให้คนน้อยเขาป้าเลยนะเขาอ้อตัวชิหันเราไปจะมีนัววีจะถอดไปจะไปจะมีมัวชีต่อเต้นะจะปอดนิ้วเต้ก็แต่ว่าตัวเตี้ยตัวนิ้วเลยปอดนั่งก็จะตัวเตี้ยตัวนั่งนะจะคนน้อยเลยตัวปอดเต้าให้เตี้ยจะน้อยยาล้มไปหัวใจเลยเราจะถอดแล้วมัวสั่งต่อเจ๊กันได้หรอแล้วมัวจะน้อยเราสั่งซื้อเขาเนี่ยเขาไปว่าไปเจ๊เลยอย่างเราไปเคลียร์ตัวเราเตะไต่เตะเดียเตะเราเตะนอนเราไปเคลียร์ตัวเราไอ้เก่าหายจำไปกับเจ้าไปจีซ้อวันเลยไปมองหายยังมองกาได้เราแต่มองกาอ้อไปไต่รอนะจะมีจีป้อจะอ้อไปไต่จีไต่เราอย่าอ้อไต่เราอย่าไปไต่จะหายก็เจ้านัมเบอร์เราตั้งจะสีหายก็ลงไปเจ้าจะนอนจะมีต้องมีอยู่ทะเลเกิดเต่านั่นนะ
chị hạt dù có number nên Jesse vô hà lấy cho mình nhớ
number mà dùng gì nè number mà nhớ tao vào tao chơi nên nhưng mà mua เคลียร์มีอย่างตัวอย่างสิเลเตที่เต็งที่เตอร์สิเราที่ยันน้ำเปิดตาเลยระยะเตเตนี่วันจัวแต่เดียนี่โจมอนอเอกมีป้ามัวจะตัวหนึ่งจะรู้ผ้าจะตัดเดียจะตัดเจอที่นอปริญญาน้ำเปิดตันทอจิตาเลนอมีจะพอเตโอลิเนียนั่นเองกูอยากชัวร์ลิจ่าโอลิเตอีสินะอย่าพิจารูอสินพิจารูโกสินพิจารูโอลิโกสินนะลอลูเมกาเตโกสินนะหายาไฮลิจ่าจีสินลอลูเมกาหาไฮลิจ่าแต่นอยาอีขอจิตเจงให้เขาต้องมันได้มีจะพอเตอีมงนะอย่าตัวนัมเบอร์ได้จีอ้อมงนัมเบอร์ได้จีชามงนัมเบอร์ได้จีแต่นอขอนอยาขอจิตเจงเราจะมีเทียมาเตยาจงนอยาจะมีอย่าป้าหรือจะเกิดว่าจะเล่แต่ขอเล่นะอย่าป้าหรือรุ่นหนึ่งอย่าป้าเกิดลิจ่าตัวเลยตอนนี้
เราก็จำลองจากการรู้มาหาสุขาเกิดแต่ไปคำบางไปจะมีก็จูรู้เชื่อปุ่มกันแต่ก็ปุ่มอินดิเพนเดนต์เลยปุ่มจิตช่อต่อหรือตัวโอตัวปุ่มปุ่มบางต่อปุ่มตัวแข่งปุ่มปุ่มเตะเล่เตะหนูเลยโอชีเลยเกิดกันแล้วกันแต่ต่อเจกันแต่เราอยู่บางในจังตา
เขาน้อยใหญ่เขาจริงจังอ่ะไปมองมาไปจะมีอย่างแม่จะไปจะมีอย่างชิตาป้าดัชจีนะเจไปเพป้าเลยตาเลยนะอย่างเจทำมันสอดต่อเจกันได้เจทำนอนแล้วชิป้าว่าเราเลยตัวแข่งแต่เขาน้อยเขาจริงจังว่าไปวันนี้ว่าจีน่าจะไปต่อหลอกคงไปตัวแข่งเป็นจีหลอกแค่ตัวเราแต่มีอย่างตัวล่อเลยไปปลอกส่งจะไปต่อปิ๊กแค่เราแต่เจ้าเข้ายาเจ้าเลยจ่าเลยเข้ายาเลยจ่าเจ้าซักเลยจ่านาจีชอนาเลยจ่าทำห้องน้ำเลยเนี่ยเขายามงเลยจ่าสีเลยจ่าน่าจะไปเคลียร์เลยเนาะเขาว่าเขาเจจะถอนในมุดเราต่อเจกันได้เจแต่อย่างนั้นเนี่ยต้องจิตต้องการเราเลยตัวเราอ้วนเลยchỉ là lấy chế để rồi nếu mà ít nông tạo chế cần đó chế nếu chỉ bảo tay chế nếu mà rau tươi gì thì khó là ít nông nè chế khó nó lúc tụi mình nhớ thế mà chế khó nó khó chỉnh chăng à có bên nhau họ vào họ chế bên tức khi cho nó đây là chế thằng một số tạo chế cần đó cho sư phụ theo chỉ tạo sĩ sẽ là khi nó chỉ số tụi mình nhớ to ít hôm nó mà cầu blog của chỉ tôi chế sẽ được tay nó ta chế này khu sĩ lúc sẽ hận đau là khi cho lấy lo khi cho hai lô lo khi cho lấy giả chế cho nó cho mình tụi mình nhớ cái tao sai rồi nó
Jesse 现在那叫那这个有人查给帮个不上叫不叫民谣么个 early childhood education 那要到了讲。
early childhood 那么叫叫的那么老几呀呢 early childhood 那么叫 ECFE 那要 early childhood 了要叫 preschool program 不能 early childhood 叫 child care center 了 center care 那 early childhood 了么做 kindergarten 那不能要一考多里叫比的么找做 kindergarten 就那 early childhood 但是嘛叫种的叫没有么การจะ program 那要到户多จะเจอกันเถอะก็เป้าที่จะเจอกันเถอะนะเนี่ยมั่วจะ program ตรงนี้จ้ะหรือเตะเขา program นะก็ว่าเขาเหลือตอนยันดาวเลยก็จะ qualify ก็อยากจะมุดตัวเหลือเขา program นี่จ้ะแต่อยากตรงนั้นอีกก็จริงๆอยากตัวจะ early childhood program ไม่ใช่ได้ตัวเป้า
เราคือสำรองอยู่ในนี้มีอยู่ปีกันแต่เป็นสังชีคือตัว看到都是好了，รู้จักกันได้ไปต่อเลยจ้ะ
จะทั่ว像头路做领导了呀，我哋路做领导那么ในครูเรายัง300ตัวอยากแต่ก็มาจงตายวันได้ตานะจะรวยแต่รวยมั่วอีหมอตัวจะเนี่ยสิตัวชัวเจกันได้นะจะท้อก็จะเนี่ยจะสิหมดเรารู้สึกหันได้จะในครูอย่าหลอนรอในท่าในเทปปากกาให้เตียโอเลยตัวในครูปเลยตัวในยังรู้จักกันได้แต่ยาในมั่วตั้งเหมือนได้จีเลยในมั่วได้จีนงในหัวต้นเราตัวท่านะจะในเทปเป้าให้เตียถอยยมัวจีเทเลปากาโฮนั่นน่ะจะคนนั้นเขาจริงจังอย่างนี้เขาหมดจิตเตาเลยน้อยนี่เขาแต่กุจิเป้าลูจิปากาโฮนั่นหรอเป็นหมดจะของเขาหมดจงเตาเนี่ยเขาตรงใจหมดเราหรือถ้าจ่าเนี่ยเลยสับเบอร์เป็นอะไรอย่างจะในโฮหมดเราจะของเขามาป้านเนี่ยเราเตาอย่างเขาจิตเตาเล่นได้ยังเนี่ยเขาจิเป้าแค่เราเนี่ยเขาตรงจะสิก็ลอยมาเลยป้านเนี่ยเราเตาอย่างน่ะ
结果当被出说是这是的是嘛，被谈的被人那这么人拆账是看乱，给都不也不能讲，路忙了，可能不也靠对面路都被人那这忙。
你什么都明啦，给出发笑嘛，我做笑了，不头一次就不被叫了做大事了嘛，了报道还得啊，就没有话你包呢，也路安的呢，嘛你么个也路ที่อ้อน的晒差。ตัวในชิปเอาในยาโลนะมายาเลนามาเจ้าวันนี้วันที่สุดก็จะสตาร์ก็จะเสียจะมีอยู่ว่ายาเป้าหลงห้องรงจะถอดตัวจ่อจะแล้วก็ตัวแจงชาจิตาเล่นแต่ไปปอดเต้าให้เดียจะมีอยู่ว่าเอากับไฮสคูลในเป้าอ้อยาโลจะเนี่ยจะเกิดตัวรงชาจะมีอยู่เอากับตัวยาโลซะนะจะก็สตาร์ก็จะเสีย
我找到的让龙哈，Jesse 佢没真是说都被躺毛了哈。只能弄到边么边个路正经个样帮助每个就没得没有包我哋帮个看那个人出来，就没有那刚样让 bố mong bí cỡ kindergarten tàu rong cái ó là chỉ một bệnh sự băng của cho mình nhỏ băng chi mong bí cỡ tên kindergarten cái bé nhỏ hulu Saint Minnesota cho mình nhỏ một chi xong bố mong bí cỡ tàu kindergarten ít trong là chỉ bé cái sự thằng là cái cô trong nó chú chỉ là nó sư của bạn hay cha sa ta mấy cái hai cái tàu đặc tử rộng long ha Jesse ở đây giờ lưu trình chính yếu bang cho bé cho mình tụi mình nhiều chú cái cần đó cái sao một rồi dạng tận đây bé cái sự thằng của cô mấy lúc lý từ mỗi ra giờ ta mấy sản bao chú rằng bé thằng mà nó là rằng cái bé tu thằng nhau rồi cô là thằng mấy một sai tàu rồi bé lưu website cái giờ www.ecominnesota.org của giờ một thọ có mấy số nên số tu chuẩn chỉ cái nào các hậu hồ sư bé mà sinh chỉ lử lút lì ta chỉ chỉ là nó thọ mấy số trở tổ mấy lúc TV sáng gì mong lấy bé cho nó thì sau nó bé chẳng có một cái cho khăn gì ở trong đó.
Hi, I'm Matt Burke of the Minnesota Vikings. I learned a lot at Harvard, but nothing could prepare me for being a dad. I had lots of questions. Now I can find answers on the Minnesota Parents Know website, developed by the Minnesota Department of Education. Raising children can be rewarding and challenging. That's why trustworthy information at your fingertips is important for you and your child. To learn more, go to mnparentsknow.info, because when parents know, children grow.
You're watching a special edition of Echo TV featuring a discussion on getting your child ready for kindergarten. I'm your host, Lillian McDonald, the Executive Director for ECHO, which stands for Emergency and Community Health Outreach. You know, the beginning of a child's formal school, it's called kindergarten, and it's a big step for children and their families. In our first half hour, we did an overview of the subject, and now we have an opportunity to bring together a whole panel of experts for a roundtable discussion on how we can get our children ready for kindergarten. Let's introduce our guests. First, we have Huda Farah. She's the Executive Director of HEAL, which stands for Health, Education, Access, and Leadership, and she's a former ECHO TV host. Ann Hoxie is the Assistant Director for Student Health and Wellness for St. Paul Schools. Also joining us, Sandy Benson. She's a kindergarten teacher at the St. Francis School District and a consultant for the Minnesota Department of Education. Angèle Passy is a consultant and writer in early education. Her book, My Kindergarten Book, helps children and parents prepare for kindergarten, and it's both available in English and Spanish. And she's at work on a new book on the transition into kindergarten. And also joining us, Jesse Cowley. He is the Hmong Project Manager for Ready for K. It's a nonprofit organization dedicated to improving school readiness right here in Minnesota. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us for this roundtable discussion on ECHO.
Thank you for having us.
Really appreciate you bringing all your different expertise to our program and to our viewing audiences. And kindergarten is a big deal, let's face it. It's a huge opportunity for children to get started and be successful in life, as we all are lifelong learners. Let's start with just an overview with what's kindergarten like? What's a typical day? And maybe I should direct this to the kindergarten teacher appropriately. What's a typical day like?
Well, a typical day is the children get off the bus, and then we start with some kind of opening, and then you move into some maybe large motor activities so the children can get their antsiness out. And then we have to move into some pretty heavy curriculum, because we are responsible for standards within the state of Minnesota, and we do reading, writing, math, science, social studies, health. And sometimes the children on certain days will go to either Phi-Ed, music, art, or technology.
What can parents expect? I mean, parents this is their first child going off to school, and it seems like all parents can remember. I remember that first day when I let you go. What should they expect from schools or from that whole first day? Anyone?
I think they should expect a totally exhausted child, because it's a lot of transitions, it's a lot of anxiety of what's going to happen next, and those children move into the routine faster than any of us ever thought of moving into the routine. They catch on very quickly, and they're ready to move and learn.
Mm-hmm. What about for students who might not have English as their primary language? What about expectations for them?
Well, keep in mind that some parents have a fear that their child, sons or daughter will be going to school. They might expect phone calls. They say, you know, my child might not understand what the teacher is asking him or her, and then they will stay home and get worried about it. You know, just like in the first week, I have to be home to make sure that, you know, when the teacher calls, I'm ready to pick up my kids. For example, a child might get some kind of accident, you know, or might not get along with the other kids in class, and there might be some other issues. I noticed that some child that are going to schools at kindergarten, they don't want to leave their parents. They were crying, you know, I want to go home. I want to go with mom and dad, because, you know, that's you know, the fear that they have, you know, in the first couple of weeks. So
sure. And typically when children will start school, if they haven't spoken English before, they might just continue to speak their home language. So that could be a little surprising for the teacher too.
How does a teacher address something like that?
And so most teachers are actually learning to have very positive body language, to be nice in English, to speak a little slower. So then the children start to realize that the teacher is going to be okay, and so are they. And I think it's important for parents to actually tell their children that the teacher may not speak their language. And if they have that advanced preparation, then they can sort of like think about, well, there might be an alternative way of communicating.
And it's important that when we're trying to integrate children together in a classroom situation from all different types of backgrounds, making the educational experience very rich and diverse at the same time. And so that's really important. One quick question here about getting your child ready for school in terms of reading to them. How important is reading to them? We know it's important, but are there studies or research out there that say, you know, I mean, reading is everything?
Well, reading is not the only thing that we do for the kids. I think we have to tell stories. We have to communicate with the kids every day. I mean, that's, you know, that's gonna help besides reading. And reading is important for them because that will help them build their vocabularies and will help them, you know, communicate better and recognize words better outside their native language. I mean, I think that's crucial that every parents need to spend time and read for the kids.
We'll add more to that in just a moment as we're hearing from our guests that reading to children is a key to preparing them for kindergarten. Right now we'd like to show you a short video on just that subject.
Hi! No idea. Change of plans, honey. Oh, we're going shopping.
What?
Back at 4. The guys are all here. Have fun.
Hey, game's on. TV's broken.
It's Dad's turn.
It's broken? He's got to be joking.
Now what?
Well, what do we do? This is George. He lived with his friend, the man with the yellow hat. I like George. He was a good little monkey and always very pure.
It's never too early to read with your child.
How many out of those? 1, 2.
Even before they can read words.
It's a dog.
Kids are learning from you, connecting with you.
Faces so baby will laugh at you.
Kids like to get involved in reading, and if you make reading fun, they won't be able to get enough of it.
What about 3 Little Firefighters?
Read together. It helps kids learn.
For more information, visit parentingcounts.org.
You're watching Echo. We're talking about the importance of reading to your children so that they can be ready for kindergarten. And Angela, you want to talk about it's not just reading to your children, but it's also talking to your children.
Right, it is. And so when we talk with children, we actually help them develop their thinking. We ask them questions. We help them develop their vocabulary. And especially for families who have two languages in their family, or even if they do not speak English, that they are able to speak in their home language is very important. It's actually going to be the foundation for their later learning. And so we want to encourage families to do a lot of talking about anything that happens at home, that happens in the street, the birds, a bird in Somali is a shimbiro, I think. And so a shimbiro does the same thing that a bird does. They fly, they eat insects, they do all these things. So for parents to know that their children will develop their language and vocabulary from their home language and then go into English and is very important too.
And more now, bilingual education is required and throughout the educational system. Get them started early.
Yes, and speaking both languages is very important.
Let's talk about health for a second. Health plays a key role in a child's ability to learn in kindergarten. Obviously, eat right, sleep a lot, get what you need to be healthy. But just exactly what would you recommend at this stage of the first day of school?
For the first day of school, I think bring those immunizations, bring that immunization record, but also to have the child ready for school with a good breakfast that day and every day and a good night's sleep before. We know that kids who have had enough sleep and the right things to eat and some exercise will learn better. I'd also just like to say, if a parent's worried about something with their child's health, maybe their child has asthma or some children have allergies to certain foods, that we can, and that's one of those fears that parents have when they send that child off to kindergarten at the beginning. If they talk with the teacher or the school nurse or the principal about those worries, we can make plans, individual plans at school, so that their child will be safe.
And things that may be going on in the home too, like both parents are working, so maybe the child is going to aftercare after school or something like that, or maybe there's some problems in the home, a sick family member or something. The emotional aspects of a child's health are important to consider as well.
Right. The adults in the school really want to help the children, but we can't do that if we don't know what the parent sees is going on for the child at home, I think.
That's true. And what's important also is building the self-esteem of that child, their emotional health before they go to kindergarten, them being ready and having independence and knowing how to socialize with other children. And though the parents are not there, their brothers and sisters are not there, but they are able to make friends and they're able to play with other children is very important. So their emotional stability and self-esteem is very important.
There are so many influences now. There is the influences at home, the influences of the neighborhood. There's television. There's music. There's computers. There's iPods. There's cell phones. There's text messaging. There's just so much information for a 5-year-old child getting ready for kindergarten. What kind of limitations or what other things should be considered in preparing children for kindergarten and the use of technology and so that you don't become a couch potato, you know what I mean? You use just enough to learn and it enriches education, but not too much and can be a problem.
In our school, we like to talk about it as screen time. And we tell the parents to limit your child's screen time. So that includes your videos, your TVs, your computer, the movies that they see, anything that's on a screen. Because we do want the kids outside playing, and we want them reading and looking at books. We want them going to the library.
Is there a recipe for that, like X number of hours for this, Y number of hours?
Well, it depends upon which family you're in.
Okay.
Because every family has their rules. But to really look at it, I've never heard of a recipe for how many hours or minutes you should do it, but just limit it and be really conscientious of it. In my kindergarten class, I asked the kids, how much time did you spend last night? And I also want to know, did you play outside? Did you read books? Did you listen to music? Because there's a lot of other really enriching things you can do within a life in the home of a child.
Well-rounded education that way too, and experience, especially with exercise these days. So many of our activities create us to sit still. We mentioned earlier that stories can be really important part of learning, and we'd like to show you a quick video that shows parents how easy it can be to create stories for children.
Kids love to hear stories.
Who's that, Grandma?
Oh, that's my Grandma Isabel.
My name's Isabel.
Real stories.
Grandma Isabel just loved horses more than anything else in the
And
whole
make-believe
world.
stories.
Once upon a time, up grew a beanstalk way up into the air.
And kids love to tell stories.
The great ballerina. And she is right here.
Can you show me?
Storytelling stirs curiosity, builds vocabulary, and creates an interest in reading.
Oh, this was for her horse, Blackjack.
Stories help kids connect to words and to you.
And did you know he was Grandma Isabel's first horse?
So be a storyteller.
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
Oh, all you need now is a horse.
Get up on the big horse.
Oh.
Share stories. It helps kids learn. For more information, visit parentingcounts.org.
We're talking, too, about how much TV time is enough time. Angel, how much TV time have you heard is enough time?
Probably about a half hour to an hour a day, no more than that. And we know many children will spend 4, 5, even 6 hours a day watching television, 4 and 5-year-olds, and that's much too much.
That's a contributing factor to exercise issues and health issues.
And also, in some ways, I know there have been studies that show that when we are watching for a long time, our brain sort of like slows down. And so that doesn't happen when they are playing, for example, or when they are reading and looking at books. So we want those little brains to really work very fast. And so we want to give them the opportunity to get off and maybe come back to their television later on, but just go and play for a while.
And, of course, be choosy about the types of programs that they're watching.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit about going back to the language comments that were made earlier. We talked about the importance of retaining the primary language in the home, whether it's Spanish, Hmong, Somali, or whatever. What if, how much English should a limited English proficiency student, in the beginning anyway, have in command before they start school? Is there something in particular you think they need to have? Numbers or letters or?
If they have enough language to get along, which we call sometimes social language, to talk about what they need, to say hello, to say goodbye, to know some of the common words like it's time for lunch, and sort of like words to get along. So if they have been in a preschool program, they probably have had their instruction in English because that often is the language of instruction. If they have not, and if they have been at home, then they can start learning English in school.
What's key is that the children know well enough their home language. If the child perfects language and have enough vocabulary in that language, it will be easier for them to learn second language and third language.
Okay.
So the parents should invest in teaching their children their home language, then build on that one.
The children are having an opportunity to learn more than one language, obviously, in the classroom as early as kindergarten. Many of the parents don't have that opportunity or don't have the time to pursue that opportunity for whatever reason. What do parents who have limited English proficiency do? How do they navigate the school system? Are there interpreters available to help them?
At our school, there are interpreters. And when we have our kindergarten open house, the parents let us know that they need an interpreter. And then we arrange for that to be there at conferences or at any time that we are going to be speaking with them.
Okay. And so they can just ask on the spot, go to the office and go from there for a special event. But what about day to day? My child is having problems with this or that homework assignment, or brought this problem at home as well. They'll be able to solicit the support of an interpreter.
Sometimes they need to wait, unfortunately, because an appointment has to be made with an interpreter. If they call the school ahead of time, and they have an appointment already, sometimes it cannot be as spontaneous as they would like it to be.
Okay.
Well,
because there is a shortage.
I would like to encourage parents to use the resource in the community. I mean, like other nonprofit organizations are having programs that are helping kids learn. And they can use the library. I mean, library they have tutors and people that are there to help the kids. So, I mean, don't keep the kids at home. Take them out to the library or to places where they can learn from others.
I heard, I'm sorry?
The schools that have enough population of that language normally have liaisons that work with those families. So they have on staff someone who could speak that language and help the parent navigate the system or communicate with their teacher.
I heard from a Somali father one time about the importance of trying to retain a sense of the culture in the family and benefit from learning from other cultures in the community as well. How can parents and how do schools help with that so that your culture can learn about my culture and vice versa? Because that's important that we have an opportunity to get to know each other in a classroom and in a community.
Well, I think schools do a lot of education around that and have special events. The Hmong New Year's coming up, and in St. Paul we'll have several schools that have Hmong New Year celebrations, but everyone's invited. So we do some of those things. I'm not sure that we can ever do as much as parents might like. So from a parent's point of view, to discuss that with the teacher, to look for, some schools will have parent groups that are conducted in their home language, a Spanish, kind of Spanish-speaking PTA. Some of those things are available, or parents could start some of those groups. And I think there are school people that are interested in helping families come together and build a community within the school.
Another way of communicating is parents volunteering in the schools, being part of their child's classroom. So they really will have that impact. Sometimes I present in certain classes, even from the kindergarten, if my son, and up to 8th grade, I go and talk about my life, how I came here, what's my culture. And really, I get beautiful cards and letters from those children. So they learn through these activities and through connecting, that personal connection.
And again, it goes back to storytelling. You're telling the story of your culture and your background, and we're learning something at the same time. Good suggestions. One of the messages I'm hearing from this group is that we can help our children get ready to school in small ways every day. Here's another video on that point.
Hey, I thought you two were going to read together.
We're all going to read.
Our world is filled with words and signs.
Watch your step.
Step.
Look at this, an icebox right here.
Yep.
Hello, how you doing? Welcome. That means they're glad to see us.
There are things to read everywhere.
All these words and signs.
Hey, Mom likes home canned pears.
Can you say that?
Yes, it's bread.
And we like bread.
Kids learn that words and signs have meaning.
That sign
Point
says,
them out. Read them out loud.
live bait. What does it say?
Live bait.
You're helping him make sense of the words all around him.
It's that one.
When reading's fun, kids want to read everything.
Grandpa, can fish read too?
I sure hope not.
Read signs together. It helps kids learn.
For more information, visit parentingcounts.org.
We're talking about how to get your child ready for kindergarten. You're watching Echo. I'm your host, Lillian McDonald, and our discussion is focusing on just that. How do we get children ready for kindergarten? And a little bit challenging might be, how do we help them feel confident about themselves in school, with people they've never met, and new adults in their lives, and all of that? Jesse, what would you advise parents on how you can get any child their confidence up for that first day of school and then throughout?
Well, it goes back to what Angelis was saying earlier, that you need to speak to your child. The more they communicate with their adults at home, or their peers, or their siblings at home, that help them to overcome their fears in connecting or learning what they need to learn. And besides, that also help the children to build their critical thinking, and build on that language that will help them understand what actually each of them need to build on the skill that they need to interact with adults and other strangers. I mean, the more communicate, the more talks they have with other people, the more they can overcome with the shyness and their fears. And I think that will help them build confidence in their learning and their interaction with other people.
There are the two things that are very important. First thing is making the environment rich learning environment. So there has to be many opportunities for children to play with things, to experiment, to see how things work. So they will carry on that when they go to kindergarten and go to school. The second thing is helping children solve problems. So problem solving, so the parent doesn't rush whenever the child is stuck with something. So keep them on task and telling them just how to do things and keep going and encouraging them so they will stay on task.
And I just want to add that parents need to praise their children. I mean, if they're coming from a cultural background that you don't usually praise your kids, maybe it is time to adjust that and try, help your kids with, with things that they can do well, and praise them, encourage them, compliment them in a way that was support their self-esteem, and I think that can help them improve that.
There's a lot to learn too if you're a new arrival to the United States and you're bringing your children into the school system. We're talking about resources for children, but there must be some resources for the parents too to help give them information just like that. Do many schools have programs like this for parents to support them through the process of rearing a child through the school system?
Well, actually, through the state of Minnesota, there's the Early Childhood Family Education Program, which is ECFE, which does a big job of working with immigrant families also to help them understand, be a little bit of a cultural guide to what happens in the schools. And I was thinking in our discussion that a very important thing in American education is to be able to speak in public and talk to the classroom, to your friends in the classroom. And so in kindergarten, they do something called show and tell, where a child might bring a toy from home, his teddy bear or something, and then has to explain to the class why this is important. And so for parents, if parents understand that and know that, they can help their child at home rehearse and then talk to his classroom, and that will help their confidence too. So I think any opportunities parents have to understand and to go to classes on how to understand American education is a good thing to do.
And a lot of this is relationship building too. And if you're working on your own relationships as an adult, your child is going to be watching you role model that behavior. How about parents helping children start relationships and build on social skills that help them in kindergarten? What would you suggest children do and parents do to work with making friends in classrooms and things?
I think parents can model how you make friends and also help the children by giving them the words. Ask your friend, can I play with you? Tell your friend, I don't care for how you're treating me. And I think by doing that, you have modeled, and your child will be a social person within the classroom that they are entering into.
And able to take care of themselves when things aren't going so well, so they can address that.
And with Jesse said, being comfortable going to an adult so that if something isn't quite right, they can go to the adult and say, I need your help. And you can help problem solve it with them.
Surprisingly, some of the simplest things appear to have a big impact on a child's readiness to learn, like talking with them. Here's a video on just that thought.
Hi, Grandma, what you doing?
Just planting.
Oh. Hey, Dad, what you doing?
Hey, just cooking.
You may not always feel like chatting, but the fact is, kids need conversation to help them learn.
Actually, I'm not just planting. I'm making a home for these beautiful begonias. Would you like to help me?
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you how I make my spicy pizza?
Fortunately, life offers plenty of opportunities to connect with your kids and engage them in rich conversation.
Pretty purple petunia.
Petunia.
So talk to your child, even before she can talk to you. The more words, the better.
Are you ready for the super secret spices?
What conversation do you think the plants will have?
They're gonna have a conversation of good stuff.
Mozzarella cheese.
Mozzarella?
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Talk with your kids. It helps them learn. For more information, visit parentingcounts.org.
All right, one more question in our program. You're watching Echo. Ann, I'm going to start with you on this one. It has to do with what if your parent feels they're not quite ready for kindergarten?
If a parent's concerned that their child's not going to be able to come into a kindergarten class and be part of the group, or that there's skills they don't have, I think they should talk to the school district, to the teacher or the principal, and they should also bring their child to early childhood screening, because that screening that we've talked about earlier in this show is a time when parents can learn about where their child is in relation to what we would expect for their age.
Okay. Anybody else want to touch on that?
Well, I think that's something that parents need to find a way to, to assess their children's ability to learn. I mean, the early child screening, this is one tool that can help us to,
see where they're at on track.
To track the children's ability to learn. But, keep in mind that there are, like I said earlier, there are all kinds of resources out there. And it really depends on how parents spend their time with their children and how they utilize the resource out there in the communities to help their children.
We'd like to thank all of our guests for joining us, and to you for watching us on this special edition of Echo TV. If you want more information on how to get your child ready for kindergarten, contact your local school district. And of course, you can also take a look at Echo website. This program will be there in English, Spanish, Hmong, and Somali. You can see it at echominnesota.org. We hope you've enjoyed this special edition of Echo TV. I'm your host, Lillian McDonald. Thanks for watching. Until next time, have a great day.
Echo TV is a co-production of Minnesota's Emergency, Community, and Health Outreach Collaborative of Health, Safety, Emergency Preparedness, Ethnic and Nonprofit Agencies, and TPT's Minnesota Channel.